Tu m'as comme donné l'envie d'être moi, donner un sens à mes pourquoi. Tu as tué la peur qui dormait là dans mes bras. You.
Je cherché et je trouve. Hello.
Hello, William. How are you?
Oh, I am so good, Amir. Seeing you in Amsterdam is making my trip. Now listen, you are a very humble and modest person, but the bookies have you as number 2. How does that make you feel?
I'm trying not to take this in consideration because I feel pressure when people tell me that the expectations are high. I want to keep the expectations for the moment of when I sing. And I think that I have as much chances of ending first as of ending last. So I'll keep on focusing on working hard and preparing myself for the performance, and we will do our best on May 14th. That's it. That's what matters.
You want to know something?
Yes.
You're not finishing last. Your song is too good. And I want you to tell us about your song, Je cherché. What was it like writing it?
It was more or less like last night when I didn't sleep. It was kind of the same thing. We gathered at a studio at 1 a.m. and worked until 8 a.m. in the morning. It started from a guitar riff of 4 chords. A, M, C, G. No, again. D, M, A, M, C, G. I like to imagine the situation. And we were just looping this guitar riff without any idea of where we'll take the song to. And at some point we found a verse. Na 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 na. Then when we heard this verse and it was quite deep and heavy, we asked ourselves, what can we speak about when a song is on one side very rhythmic and happy, but on the other side we have this deep melody. So we found some situation, something we imagined that is related very strongly to my life, of starting with a quest, with a search, with something we're not exactly we don't exactly know where we're headed to, but we're looking for something. So that's how the song starts. We're a bit lost, to be honest, and this is how I felt when I was in another profession, in another country. I didn't exactly know where I want to go professionally, and then I found music. And when I found music, we got to the pre-chorus part, where I'm saying that you gave me the will to be myself, and you gave a sense to my life, and you killed the fears. That's what I felt when I found music. And then we had this idea of continuing with a you, because we're happy. We found music. But if we say you, so now we're in an English context. So can we put an English chorus on a French song? At first it sounded quite unacceptable, but then we broke all our preconceptions and went to this English chorus and got a song that we liked all. So we finished in the morning with croissant and café. We went home. I sent the song to my manager, which was not in France at that moment, and he said, man, you got your first single. Yeah, and this was 1.5 years ago.
So you wrote this before the opportunity of Eurovision came up.
Yeah, definitely. I wrote this for my album, and we meant to release it as a first single, but then I met Eduardo Grassi, the adorable head of delegation.
Confirmed.
And he told me, man, I want your song to represent France in the Eurovision, and I'll do my best to validate it at the higher levels of the direction of the French TV. And I said to him, listen, it's a great honor for me. I'm not sure that I'm able to represent my country because I'm just a small beginning singer. I'm not sure I can take this responsibility, but he told me, yes, you can. So I thought about it very shortly, only one night, a non-sleep night once again. And I came back to Eduardo telling him that if he's all right with letting me releasing the song as I intended to, then announce the Eurovision, it will allow me to get the feeling of people that are listening to it, and the radios, if they like the song, they like my project, because we've worked very long on it. And they said, no, he said, okay, I'm quite mixed up, but It's gonna be fine. He said, okay, let's do this. So we let the song live by itself for 2 months. And after many radios in France took it and played it and the public liked it, then we announced the Eurovision. It gave another layer of good reactions to the song, and it made it even more famous. And now people in Europe are listening to it and talking about it. Yesterday we released the English version of the song, and to be fair, I've never expected that my music will get to so many ears and receive so much love for what I'm doing, especially after I only started 2 years ago. So I'm so happy.
You know what I love about interviewing you?
What?
I don't have to ask any questions. It's like boom, boom, boom. You've answered 6 in one.
Sorry, I'm a long speaker.
It's fantastic.
I will try to shorten my answers.
But that sleepless night, was that because sometimes it's a risk to represent a country at Eurovision?
It's a risk both for the artist, but I think especially for the country, because you need to understand that you're representing a nation in front of a whole continent, and the image of a nation in front of a continent is important, and it can sometimes be tarnished by a bad or a disappointing performance. I wouldn't like to be the one that is bringing it to this disappointment to my country in front of Europe. I don't want to shame my people, you know, and it could happen if I was not sure on how good the song is or on my performance, and this is why I'm still not 100% sure, and I'm keep on working every day in order to bring my best, the best that I can bring on May 14th.
And of course, you have a very international background, from the Middle East to Africa to France. You're all over. Could you tell us about your background?
Yes, sure. My father was born in Tunisia, and he went to live in France when he was a kid with his parents. My mother was born in Israel, but her parents come from Spanish Morocco, which is an area in Morocco that used to belong to Spain. They spoke Spanish there, and today it belongs to Morocco, but they have strong Spanish influences. Anyway, my grandparents are Spanish. Okay, even
Gotcha.
though they grew up in the nowadays continental Morocco, so it's a very rich background in terms of influences. I can feel the Moroccan side and the Spanish side. They speak Spanish, but they have Moroccan customs. It's very interesting. And my father is a Tunisian that became French within the years. And so I was born to this very colorful and multilingual family. Heard so many idioms and so many states of mind. I don't know if it's the right word. I mean, I've been influenced, me and my brothers and sisters, through our childhood by all those colors and customs, and it brought us some cultural richness that we're very proud of today. I think it can be felt in my personality and also in my voice. I think that it has added some colors to my voice that wouldn't exist if I grew up in a normal French or normal Israeli family. Growing up in a family that brings so many colors and in this respect of each other's point of view and each other's origin, I came readier for the Eurovision Song Contest because I feel that I grew up in the acceptance of cultures and of differences, and this is a richness. This is a strong point when you come to this kind of international meeting, and I'm very happy about it. By the way, when I do those interviews with people from around the world, I don't know how, but I always find some point that gives a relationship, a cultural relationship. It can be with the Turkish or the Romanian because my wife is half Turkish and Romanian, or with the English because my sister lived in London and I came so many times to visit the country. I love traveling, and this is just a big point in my life and in my existence, and I'm happy to see how strongly it relates to the Eurovision Song Contest.
Well said.
Wow.
Now, we watched all of your auditions from the Israeli singing show. What Khaled?
Kochav Nolad.
That's what I meant. And you sang many of the songs in French. So
True.
it seems that the French language and French culture remained very important to you in Israel.
Yes, I have a feeling that I'm a French representative when I'm in Israel, and I'm trying to defend Israel when I'm in France. This attitude is because I like to be different, first of all, and I like to make people discover something they don't know. So musically, or even in a friendly conversation, I always try to bring this element that comes from afar, which is related to me, and maybe the person in front of me doesn't know, and I like to teach things to people.
We are ready to learn, yes. So after that singing show, you actually started studying dentistry.
Yes, I started studying dentistry. It was already meant to happen. I just had a few months free before starting the university, so I went to this talent TV show. But afterwards, I immediately continued my university career, and it was long. It took 6 years to finish. But thanks to this talent show in which I participated, something went inside of me and made me feel that I really have to come back to music when I'm freer. And it took 6 years, and I've waited patiently. I finished my dental studies. I tried to sing in between. I wrote songs during my studies. I tried to perform sometimes in order to keep the flame lit. But only when it ended, I told all of my surrounding all of my family and friends that I'd like to take a year off and focus on music, because what I did before my studies was so good and so natural for me that now I don't have to immediately open a clinic and start working as a dentist. I'd like to try my luck in music. And to be honest, I took this year off, and I sang a lot, and I recorded songs, and I met a lot of people in the musical industry in Israel, but nothing really overwhelming happened to me. So I was already decided to finish with my music. I understood that my soul was happy and it was enough. Now I'm going to be a dentist. But at this exact point, I got a phone call from The Voice in France, and they told me that they watched videos of me online, and they'd like me to come and audition for their show. This is how my life changed, because everything from this point on became different. I'm still on this year off, even though it's been 4 or 3 years already.
And before we talk about The Voice, have you worked on people's teeth then during
Yes,
school? So you
definitely.
mouth opens, you're in
I
there.
still look at people's teeth when I speak with them. Yeah, and yours are great.
Oh, thank you. I'm American. Can we actually see your teeth? Yes! Loving it. Now, when you open your dental practice, if you do, I mean, you're going to be a pop star, so it doesn't matter. But if you do, let us know. Our readers will come and have surgery with you for sure.
Okay, all right. So I know I already have clients, but honestly, for me, I will do this clinic only if I don't succeed in music, and I wish to keep on being a singer until the last breath.
No clinic, y'all. No clinic.
At this moment.
Now, on The Voice, La Plus Belle Voix, you came third, I believe, yes?
Yes, I came third, to my surprise too.
So it wasn't a disappointment, it was an achievement.
No, the achievement was every week for me. When I came to this show, I came for fun. I came because I used to be a dentist and I wanted to try my luck in music, so this was a great opportunity, but I didn't know my real artistic value, and I wasn't sure that people will take me seriously or believe in me as an artist. So I just came for fun. I expected it to be 2, 3, 4 weeks, nothing more than this. And I actually stayed 3 months in the biggest TV show in France, and my public just grew bigger and bigger. And every week, every stage I advanced into was a big surprise, and my own small private final. When I came to the real final, for me it was more than enough, and all I needed at this point was just to have fun in order to keep the best memories. By the way, I'm thinking of the same thing about the Eurovision. I would like to come relaxed and enjoy this thing, because what will remain with me throughout my life is a positive memory of this thing. I don't want to put myself into any pressure or come like a warrior, even though I will do my best to bring the best performance. But it doesn't have to include the concurrence element, you know. I think that I can come to the Eurovision also to have fun and consider it as entertaining episode in my life, and this is the best way, in my opinion, as I did in the Voice final, to have the best things to tell my grandsons one day.
Oh my God, women's ovaries are exploding all over Europe right now. Quick question, the paparazzi are lining up, so we want to wrap this up before they attack you. Could you sing a little bit of your song for our readers?
Definitely. Tu m'as comme donné l'envie d'être moi, donner un sens à mes pourquoi. Tu as tué la peur qui dormait là dans mes bras. You're the one that's making me strong, and I'll be looking for you. Right away on wiwibloggs.
Yes!
Right away on wiwibloggs. You come donner l'envie d'être moi. William, donner un sens à mes pourquoi. Tu as tué la peur qui dormait là dans mes bras.
In your arms, yes we will. Hallelujah. Finally, do you have a message for all of your new fans on wiwibloggs?
Yes, I'm welcoming you to the Amir family, and I'm very happy to count you now as my new friends. Let's keep on chatting on the social networks. I promise to sleep a little bit more so that my English becomes more fluent. But William, thank you very much for this opportunity to get interviewed on your website, which I like a lot.
Oh, you are so kind. Amir, thank you so much. If you want Amir to win Eurovision 2016, you need to pick up your phones and vote. Y'all, he's got a Romanian wife, a Turkish wife, he's got some Tunisian, some Israeli, some Spanish, European. So hopefully all those people will vote.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was great.
Oh.